What?
Welcome back. It's your best friends. It's Austin and
It's Sean.
it's Sean. Yep, Austin and Sean, and we're your best friends.
That's right. How's it going, everybody?
Yeah,
I don't know why
man.
I asked.
I thought you were asking me. I thought you were asking me, and I was about to answer, but I'll let them answer real quick.
Wait.
Okay,
Damn, I'm
nice.
sorry. I did. That sucks.
Whoa, they told you something bad, dude. They told you
Yeah.
something good.
Oh, that's a little
That
bit
is
of mixed
so.
messages. I don't know.
That is a little awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys should be a little more
You
honest.
know,
Okay.
it's I don't know. I mean, you normally when people ask how you're doing, you should just say like fine or great. Like you don't have to get into it. I'm just
I'm so opposite of that. I always. Well, it depends on the person, I guess, but most people, if they ask me, I really believe that they want to know. So I'm like, good.
yeah.
Or like
You like
I'm not
actually
great.
think about it. No, I'm
I'm not
typically the
great.
same way.
I'm gonna be like, I'm not great. But you don't please don't feel bad for me. I'm not saying this for a feel bad for me
You're
reason.
just being honest.
I'm just you asked me, so I'm gonna answer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No. Yeah, Tom Segura had a comedy bit where he talks about how he like walked in and said like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then like the guy at the door like thought about it for a second. And he's just like, "My sister-in-law is coming this weekend." And he's like, "Oh, I have to go to the bank now." But
Ah,
it's pretty good. Pretty good bit.
he roasted him.
Yep, pretty much.
Tom Segura is
Uh,
the man.
he is the man. He's a good comedian.
He is a very good comedian. Comedians are just really good storytellers.
The best. The best storytellers.
They are the best.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Anyway,
funny.
how you
Anyway,
doing?
I am good.
Good.
Speaking of
Asking
that,
how you're doing.
yeah. There's like one thing that's annoying me and my neck hurts, but that's it. Other than that, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. Got a lot of stuff going on in the personal
Yeah.
life.
We were just talking
Good
about it
stuff. Yep.
off camera.
But won't go into it. But I did go to a music festival this past weekend, which
Yeah.
was
So
super awesome.
I had some questions about this. So one, where was it? I don't know like sorry. Let me just go in and say what I picture it as. I picture it as like the reason people go is for the homies, number one, and then number two, for like just a general getaway, just like you would go to the beach with the homies. But it just happens to be like music and other things.
Well, I think a lot of what I'm going to tell you is going to open up why it's hardly a vacation. Because well, so okay, first off I'll go into it was the music festival was Okeechobee Music Festival. It was in Florida.
I believe you.
The location is called well, it's literally Okeechobee, Florida. It's just a small town in the middle of nowhere on this lake. Um, and it's like a mixed genre music festival. But me and the two of my friends that I went with, we mostly spent most of our time at the EDM section because we really like EDM. Um, for me, I wanted to go because of the music. I love EDM music and a lot of like bigger artists that I love listening to. I wanted to go see them live, and the atmosphere too. Like if you look at different music festivals versus the one that we went to, like this one was like super like hippie. It was a music and arts festival, so it was like super hippie. Like everybody's chilling. It was on the beach.
Mm.
Everybody's just like hanging out. There's like yoga like every morning, a bunch of stuff like that, which was super sick. Um, so the reason I said that it was hardly a vacation is because I'll say this about the experience: all the good things that I expected to be good about the experience were like super good, like way better than I expected, and all the bad things I expected from the experience were horrible. So,
Like way
uh,
worse?
yes.
Oh
So, like,
no.
I'll start with the bad. So, the bad, I knew going into this, I was like, my body's going to take a beating, right? Like, you're not going to get that much sleep. They're selling alcohol, so you're going to drink alcohol and stay up late and all of that. Um, I didn't recognize how little sleep I was going to get
Oh no.
just because, like, everybody that goes to a music festival is just a raver and they just don't stop. So like we would get done with like the biggest artist of the night probably by 2 a.m., which is pretty late for me anyway as it is.
It's pretty
Uh,
late.
yeah. And so the first night we had a lot of energy, so we ended up going to another stage that there's a stage that starts at 6 p.m. and goes till 7 a.m. every night, which is crazy. But
What?
we went there for a little bit just to like experience it, and we were there for like 30 minutes, and then we came back to the campsite. It's like a campground, so, and we went to sleep, but like for some reason it just didn't occur to me that people are going to be up early and the sun is going to be shining. So, like, people are going to wake you up walking by your tent. And, like, 40,000 people at a festival walking by your tent is, like, you're not going to be able to get much sleep.
Yeah.
And the first night was probably the most sleep I got. The, like, last night, the night before we were supposed to drive back, like, the next morning. Like, at 5 a.m., a tent, like, a couple tents down, started just playing music out of their tent, like super loud for like 2 hours. So we got
man.
like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and like there are people there that were like, they just go all night. They'll go until 7 a.m. They don't give a fuck. It's really crazy.
Dude. Oh
I,
man.
I thought it was a blast. Like I enjoyed a lot of it, and I would definitely do it again. But like I would do things differently. I would bring it like an
Yeah.
eye mask, like some
You
earplugs.
didn't bring an eye mask?
No, dude, I don't have one. I need to get
Dang.
one. You have one
I
that
have an extra.
I should get. I should.
I can just give you the extra one.
I mean,
Just wash it.
that'd
And
be pretty
then
nice.
yeah, got
Yeah,
an extra.
so I would definitely bring an eye mask next time. The other thing I didn't consider was how expensive everything in this music festival was. Like we brought some food, and we brought a cooler with like our own drinks and stuff like that. Uh, how much do you think a bag of ice should be?
I think it should be
Yeah.
uh 80 cents.
Okay.
Maybe
How
okay,
much do you
I would
think?
say maximum $2.
Okay. How much do you think a bag of ice would be in an event like this, where like you
In
can't
Florida,
leave? If you leave, you can't get back in. Uh, something like that.
um $4.
$16 for a bag of ice.
Whoa!
Dude,
That's a Chipotle meal and a half.
that's what I'm
Holy
saying.
Jesus.
I was
We've
like the
talked about the
sec
Big Mac index on this before. We should talk about the ice at festivals index. That's
dude,
that's how we're gonna
dude,
measure inflation.
I thought I was getting trolled. I was like, no, no, no. Like when I was
No, no,
checking
I
out, I
want a
said
bag
no.
of
I said
ice.
just the ice,
Yeah.
and he said yes. I was like,
And it's like super loud. You're like, no, 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 the bag of ice, just like frozen water. Yeah.
dude,
Oh man.
dude, it was crazy. I had to go like super far away to get this bag of ice, and I would like walk back, and it was like half melted. So like it was really, that was probably the most frustrating thing. But like even everything else, food and alcohol, like the drinks, like $18 for a beer.
Whoa,
Yeah, and I was
dude! I
like,
thought you meant like I don't know. Man, that's crazy expensive.
yeah,
18 for a beer.
yeah. It was nuts, and like food was just like they had a alcohol that was like selling like, or they had a tent that was they had a tent that was selling like harder alcohol, but like I mean, I didn't even go look at the price, but like one of my friends did, and he walked over and he's like, "Dude, they're selling like a vodka Red Bull for $24."
Oh my God, bro.
I was like,
Dude, they're
"Vodka
making
Red Bull? That's so
fat
cheap."
stacks.
I was like,
That's crazy.
"Yeah, that took
There's
me
probably like
for a wild
trash
ride."
vodka, like cheap, cheap, cheap shit.
Yeah, probably.
That's crazy.
I don't know. That one was crazy. Food too was a big one.
Yeah, like how
Um,
much was, okay, tell me that a meal was, I don't even know if I want it to be less or more expensive than a beer. I think I want it to be less expensive because it's
it
pretty damn necessary.
the ones that I paid for were less than a beer, but they got I would say like the lowest was $12. So I mean,
Like what kind of food was it? Was it like ham and cheese?
it was like, so the one that's coming to my brain right now is I got like Zaxby's, like fried chicken nuggets and
Wait, at a
fries.
music and arts festival?
Yeah,
At some hippie music and
they
arts
just had a
festival?
tent. So that's the
Zaxby
other
was like,
thing.
yeah, we're cashing in on this, baby.
That's the other thing is like I expected this festival to be less commercial. But it
Yeah.
was pretty in your face with all the prices and stuff. Nachos
Wow.
was another one I bought.
Okay.
That
Like
was
nachos with like crappy nacho cheese, or like good nachos, like with
it was
like
pretty
shredded
good.
cheese that was melted and like chicken on there.
It was pretty good. It had like chicken, it had jalapenos, some sour cream.
Like
Um,
comparable to what you'd get at like a like a lower sit down restaurant.
yeah, like if you ordered an appetizer at a restaurant to get nachos, that's probably what you got. It was like a big serving too, shared it with all of us.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice. Was it super hot down there?
it was pretty hot, like 80 something degrees,
Yeah, I mean that's
but it
yeah.
wasn't
If
too
you're
bad. Like,
outside 100% of the day, then yeah, it
yeah,
gets pretty
and
hot.
there's like shaded spots. So like because we were up so late and like basically forced to get up early just because of how loud everybody was, there was like a part of the music festival we spent our time at during the day, which was super nice. That played like some indie music and like some softer house music and stuff like that. And it was in the shade, and we just like set up hammocks, and my homie Matt set up his slack line, and we just did that for like a couple hours during the day and just like napped, and that was pretty nice. So we didn't get like sunburn or anything.
Nice, yeah. You
Um,
look a little sunburned.
oh, maybe I don't know. I think I'm just naturally pink, but
Well, I think you are too, but you do look a little sunburned.
probably a
Yeah.
little.
Maybe it's your
Um,
shirt. Your shirt looks like,
yeah,
what's the word? I don't know the color.
salmon,
Mauve? Wait, no, mauve? Dude, I need to stop while I'm up.
mauve.
No, no, stop while I'm up. I'm about to make my fool out of myself.
I
I don't
get
know
what you're
anything about
saying.
colors.
Um, but yeah, all the good things were awesome. Like, the music was super sick. I don't go to like that many like concerts or anything, especially like an EDM concert. I've never been to an EDM concert, so like the music was just like super loud and just like shakes your whole body, which was pretty
Mm,
crazy.
that is pretty crazy. What was
Um,
like, name one artist that was there that I might know?
ah, well, there were a decent amount of rappers, but I and I know you like a lot of rappers, but I didn't wasn't able to see them. I wanted Denzel Curry was going to be there, but he dropped out, and I
Mm.
wanted to see him. Earth Gang, do you know who that is?
Like, tell me who you went for, and we'll see if I know any of them.
Okay. The biggest one was Grizz. Do you know who Grizz is?
No. I think you've sent me things before. At least one
Probably.
thing.
Oh, do you know who
Uh,
Tame Impala is?
no,
Oh, really?
no,
I'm
I don't.
surprised. I bet you know some songs by them or
Probably
him. Maybe it's
him,
one
them.
person. I don't know.
I don't know.
Um, it's weird, like indie mixed with electronic kind of vibes is his or their vibe. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Also, everybody was nice, like super nice.
That's that's probably one of the most important things.
Yeah. So like when I was expecting like going to a music festival, I was picturing more aggressive. Like you see like videos of just like I mean I don't want to put it on blast, but Astro World like everybody like raging and
Oh
raving and
yeah,
like mosh pitting
yeah.
and stuff like that. This was
That one
not the
was
vibe
more
at all.
mainstream though. That was like really, really mainstream.
That's true, but like I just mainly mean just like you picture a music festival and you picture like mosh pits and people like raging and like going hard and stuff like that. Everybody there was just like they're just like vibing, having a good time, listening to music, talking to people. So that was much more my speed,
Yeah,
which I enjoyed.
yeah.
Um,
Nice.
but yeah,
I
good
like it.
experience. Would do it again. That was fun.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, the bathrooms were really dirty. That's the last bad
Oh,
thing I'll
I
say.
can imagine. Yeah, it was a campground. I mean, I've never
Yeah,
been to a campground where I was like, wow, these bathrooms are looking great.
yeah.
I
I
could I
mean,
could stay in here for more than 4 seconds. You know,
yeah,
you're like, where's the cockroaches?
yeah. It was pretty tough. But like, I can't really say they could do better because boy, were those like the company that they hired for the toilets were just working overtime. Their trucks were
Really?
going by like all the time,
Oh
and it looked like I
no.
always every time I passed by one of the like porta potty spots, it looked like there was a truck there and like people just like drastically trying to clean things up.
Oh
So I think
no.
they were working overtime.
That is
So good on them, I
what a
guess.
what a very important but super unfortunate job.
Dude, it
Like I bet
was
get paid pretty handsomely. If you don't, you should.
you definitely should.
But that is not. Yeah, that's not. not something I would be interested in.
Yeah,
I would be
0%.
interested in like water quality stuff to make sure none of that gets into the drinking water. But
Yeah,
anyway, all right, we're
true.
getting off track. Hey, I thought a thought. I had a thought. So my thought was, in like 10 years, yeah, let's say 10 years, because that's an easy number for people to wrap their head around. In 10 years, aren't like all music festivals? If Mark Zuckerberg had his way, there would never be another real music festival ever. They would all be like the Meta Music Festival,
Verse.
the Metaverse Music Festival, and it would be like Metaverse. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. But it would be the Metaverse Music Festival, and
Metafest.
then Metafest. That sounds cool, actually. You know, every single time I hear Metaverse, I think of Metamucil, like the just the yeah. Anyway, we should pull up a picture of Metamucil. But anyway, um, yeah. How long before music festivals are just not a thing anymore, and we're just in the metaverse, or a majority of music festivals are in the metaverse, and we just have our little avatar, and our avatar is like, and then there's
Dude,
music, and you're like, and then you get to be the DJ. They're like, oh, guest DJ, and then like
your
you like
turn.
act like you're yeah, and then you're like, and everyone's like, oh,
Uh,
DJ, whatever your screen name is, and then you put your headset down. You're like, oh yeah, I have a family.
Sean 726653 DJ.
And then your Oculus breaks, and then like you don't even know where you are. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, where
and
are
the
my
DJ like
moves?
lags, and he's just like frozen, and they're just like
And you're like,
watching.
oh, what a move! And then he's just like,
And they're just like, oh, is he gonna go to the next song or? And then it
and he's
just
like,
says it's
oh, looks
offline.
like we lost our DJ. Who's next in line? Oh yeah, everyone's a winner.
That's right, John 766. You're up, buddy. Let's go. I feel like I feel like we're not far from that. Like at well, we're
Oh,
definitely kind of
we're already
living
in
that.
it.
I mean, we know we have a mutual friend who spends a lot of time with like virtual reality equipment, just like plays a
Yeah,
lot of video games and stuff like that.
yeah,
And like he was showing me uh just like this game that you can go into, and it's basically just like not a chat room, but it's like different rooms that have different activities that are going on. And like one of them is just like a club, and you can go in and like listen to music. And I'm like, this is interesting.
yeah,
Like zero. It's well, it's cool. First of all, like the technology is neat. Just like wow, like immersive and to an extent. But then like after going to that music festival, it's just like I cannot imagine replacing that experience
yeah. No,
with
well, it's not possible.
no.
You know what? The only way it would be possible, or at least close to possible, is I think I saw an article. I try to like be ignorant to what Mark Zuckerberg does in general, because I don't know. By the way, he was on the Lex Friedman podcast
Oh, was he
recently.
really?
Yeah, so you should check that out. I watched like half of it. I I don't think he understands how people feel about the things he says. He
I
doesn't have
doubt
to.
it.
He doesn't have to, but it just is very interesting to like watch him have a conversation with someone so stoic like Lex Friedman, who is just so unaffected and unshaken by any response that Mark Zuckerberg gives. So I felt like over the course of the podcast, his responses started to become more human and not
Mm,
scripted. It was interesting. Anyway,
interesting.
not the point. What was I talking about? Oh, if they start to incorporate like olfactory, like scent based stuff into the Oculus, and then like other haptic things, like they've got haptic gloves already. Dude, I see a situation where there could be like a whole suit. Like
Oh,
there's
100%.
movies, where you like put a suit on and then you're like in a training, you're in a training facility.
Yeah.
That's coming. Like I feel like that's on the way. Like you can put your suit on, you can really feel like the vibration, like you were saying, like your chest vibrates. Like they're going to be able to do that with like haptic sensors and just like vibrate your chest just like you would from the super loud music that you experienced. And then it like really feels like you're there. But the
Yeah.
only issue is you're not.
Yeah.
This is the one thing we're never going to be able to replicate is like kind of woo woo, like out there, but like the energies of like individual people and like being near them and feeling their real energy. That is already being lost with
Social
like
media and
just
stuff.
like phones. Like
Yeah.
my phone is so close to me. Like it's in within an arm's reach. I'm on an iPad. We could go. and talk about how we're basically already in the metaverse and we're already AIs and like we're already doing it. But it's just never going to be a transfer of energy that's like as real.
Yeah, it's like when social media was introduced, people had that mentality of like, oh, I'm like staying connected with my friends and I'm staying connected with my family, but that like I mean, it's super obvious to everybody that that's pretty much that backfired like 100%. I
Oh yeah,
can't imagine why anybody well, I'm sure people are, but like why anybody would or should fall for the idea that like a metaverse can replace a
yeah.
party, a music festival, a gathering,
No,
working in the office, literally.
working in the office. Yeah, yeah. Like I just thought for a second, like a minute ago, there was a little bit of silence after I said something, and I speak a lot like through my life, speak to a lot of groups of people and to a lot of individuals. It's pretty much like all I do is just talk to people about stuff. Anyway, there's a certain energy when you're next to someone or you're looking at someone I'm not next to you right now. We're not in the same room. I didn't like feel anything, and I didn't feel like, oh, the gravity of what I just said is greater because of the silence that I just made happen. You know what I mean? But I would feel that if I was right next to you.
Yeah,
You know,
especially
if I
if you're
said
like making eye
something,
contact.
yeah, it's like I dropped a bomb, and then my body language changes in some way. My body language changed in some way on this screen, but like it just doesn't mean as much.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean as much. So yeah, there was like a 4 second silence. I don't know, something like that, and I was like, this feels like not anything, but it is something.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna be missing. Is the perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's because I like awareness was heightened to it that I noticed it in that moment, but
Yeah.
that is what worries me. It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be replaced, man.
It never is going to be replaced. Hopefully we can bring this podcast into where me and you are in the same room and then it's
Bro,
very obvious to everybody that
that'll
we're
be
sharing that
ideal.
energy.
I hope we're in this room. We're gonna make
That
this room
room
into a
right
dang
there.
studio. Got two windows over here, some
Hell
natural
yeah.
light. Get some of those circular ones. Make us look all schmexy,
Yeah, that'd be
Make us
sick.
look beautiful.
Get a couple of microphones, make the audio sound spicy.
Yeah, I need to start recording my own audio on these. The last podcast we did, my audio sucked.
Yeah, we need to figure out a couple of things. There's like
I think I
we
was
sh-
just my connection was bad. Like my video was not very great either.
yeah, I think that could have been my internet, but um, yeah.
Could have been
And I
either
share an
or both.
article too. OBS
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
it
freaks
like
out.
broke everything.
Yeah, like we freeze for like multiple seconds. So
Yeah, we do.
I don't
Speaking of an article, I have an article.
know. Ooh,
So
yeah.
you want to wrap up your metaverse thoughts while I share my screen? I gotta look like a boomer because I'm like touching an iPad. So
Right.
warning to everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how far this metaverse thing is gonna go. Obviously, a lot of people are gonna buy into it, but I think after all of the things that started happening with, oh wow, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Um,
Oh, speaking of that, your sponsor today is cloudmusicsuite.com.
that's right.
That's right. You can. No, I'm not gonna do this. We're gonna make a fake script in the future, though.
Yes, we will.
There's
We'll
a
we'll
bunch
have
of
we'll have an
there's a
ad
bunch of
read.
people who own companies, and then they're like sponsored by my own company.
My own company, yeah.
Yeah,
Sponsored by nobody. All right.
that's real. Since 1999, 1987, 1942.
1987.
All right, I'm getting
Awesome.
off track.
Yeah. So if you're just like tuning in for the first time, basically every week we have an article that we share, and it's a raw reaction to the other person. So last week it was me who brought an article. This week Austin is bringing an article. So what you got for us?
I got you. I got you a good one.
Show
Oh
me
my God,
this.
this is so
Whoa.
bad. Okay, here we go. It's really hard to see because this I don't know. They really want the Google AdSense revenue.
Oh
But
my god.
Mississippi assistant principal fired for reading children book with the word "but" in the title to
No
second
way.
graders. Quote, I didn't think twice about reading it because I've never had an issue with it before. Fired assistant principal says, dude,
The
this is from Washington, D.C.
Prince.
5 hours ago. This was so recent. And then there's a video. We're
Wow.
not going to watch that video.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can even get anything out of this. Oh my God,
Oh
there's so many
jeez.
ads. This is so bad.
Dude, news
We should,
news
we should turn these into, like I said last time, we should turn these into reviews of websites. Like,
yeah, like
out of
these
10.
news websites are rough.
So bad. This must be how they register. What? No way, bro. Register for continued reading? Okay, you know what? We're just
That's
gonna scroll
unfortunate.
in right here. This is all we need to know. The assistant principal in Mississippi has been fired for reading the children's book I Need a New Butt to a group of second graders. Toby Price told local media he was laid off from whatever elementary school south of Jackson. This is like in Washington, D.C. Man, that's so unfortunate. We should probably
Dang.
read this book, like find it. Bro, I am not going to register for this right now. That is so wild. I bet it gives you like a certain amount of time and then you have to do it. I like had the
Man.
article up the whole
This
time.
is like a point 0.5 out of 10 for sure, because you can't even
At
read the whole
least.
article.
Dude, we got a point 0.5 on the last one too.
Oh, we did?
Point 0.5. Yeah, point
Man.
0.5 was the last one. So
These
point 0.5 out
websites
of
are a
10
couple of
back to back.
stinkers.
Yeah, that brings up a good point though. Like, how far is too far with like not allowing people to read? Like that
I mean,
seems
God forbid
so
7 to 8 year olds know what a butt is. I mean, come on. Like,
like
we
I
can't
feel
be
like they
exposing
definitely
that.
know what a butt is.
100%.
That's
Yeah, I don't know,
hilarious.
man. Well, first off, there's a lot to unpack with just that title. Like, I need to know what's happening in that book. But
Yeah, me too.
um yeah, I don't know. I feel like something like that, assuming that the book isn't completely wild, uh
I
would
mean,
be
if it's about
allowed.
like plastic surgery and like some
Yeah,
kid wanting plastic surgery, yeah, sure, that's ridiculous.
that makes
I can
sense.
almost guarantee that's not what's happening in the book, though.
No.
I can almost guarantee that's not what's happening in the book. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's a cute book, and this principal was just like, bruh, I'm just, what? I'm just reading the kids. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's not like he's reading like controversial books.
Yeah, that's super weird. I don't know. I mean, you're a teacher. Do you ever feel like
Um,
the things I don't know how to
no,
word
you're,
this.
I'm listening. I was just
Uh
unsharing. So
oh, gotcha.
yeah.
Like the things that your teachers have said when you were in high school is just like different than like how you feel like you should say things when you're teaching, if that makes sense. I think what just came out of my mouth may have been nonsense, but
You mean like
do you
however
feel
many
like you have
years
to
ago?
tiptoe around like what you say more so than the teachers that you had when you were in high school?
No, I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think so. I mean, the real answer is probably yes, but I don't feel like that. Like I don't feel like I'm tiptoeing. Like, oh God, hope I don't say something bad. Like I'm just either I'm just gonna say whatever it is and get fired like this guy, or I'm just not. Those don't come into my head. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna say anything that's like wildly ridiculous, no matter what. If I'm inside a public school, in a classroom setting, like
makes
I,
sense. You're a good teacher.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I say some crazy stuff and I just don't realize it. Like I don't realize how ridiculous I am. I don't know. I know that's happened before where I'm
Yeah,
like, oh wow, that was perceived that way. Like, oops.
yeah.
Or yeah. But no, I don't think I have to like tiptoe. There's one situation where I feel like I have to, but I should not. Probably
Not go
shouldn't
into
bring
it.
it up.
Makes sense.
Probably shouldn't.
I'd like to hear the perspective of like a teacher who's been in the game for a long time with that.
Yeah, me too. That would be interesting if
Yeah,
they feel like they have to censor themselves and stuff
yeah.
and choose
Well,
their words super carefully.
welcome to your best friend's experiments. Next week we'll see. Austin's gonna read "I Need a New Butt" to his
I need a
students,
new
and we're
butt. We'll see
gonna
what happens.
we're gonna see what happens.
I
You
feel
know,
like if that happened to me, dude, I would just take my L and walk away. I'd be like, all right, if
there's
you
nothing to
guys
argue at
want
that
to
point.
want to do that, like, I don't want to work here. I don't
Yeah,
want to work here. So I'll just be like, I would peacefully leave.
it's hard to make a case like for or against it. I don't know how you can argue it at all. Like if you were told that you were going to be fired for that, like how do you say like your case? You know what I mean?
I
Besides
don't know.
saying there's no
Sounds like
reason
they
for
have
this.
already, yeah.
Yeah.
You just tell the truth. I don't know. I guess you're just like, what? It says but.
That's
That's
literally
the
it.
whole thing. That's the rest. That's the whole conversation. And if they're like, well, I shouldn't have read it, then you're just like, all right,
Okay.
guess I'm fired then.
Yeah. Well,
That's so crazy.
I don't know. Next week maybe we'll have to have "I Need a New Butt" up to read
Yeah, we probably should. That
during
would be a
during our
very good
podcast.
idea. Very good
Yeah.
idea. I need a
I
new butt.
I need to learn what's in this article.
I'm sure there's nothing that's bad.
I doubt it.
I really seriously doubt it.
The plastic surgery thing is interesting. I
What if
don't
it is
know.
that? That'd be pretty ridiculous.
That'd be
Like
pretty
it's like
crazy.
some it's like trying to teach kids that like your body's fine how it is, but this kid like thinks it's not.
Really wants just like a.
Yeah. So then he finds out about plastic surgery and then he's like asking his mom and then like his mom like gives into it or something and then he like regrets it and then I don't know, gets an
Uh,
infection or something. And then he has no
an
butt
infection.
and
That'd be
he's
pretty
like,
crazy. Yeah,
"Oh,
his
all
butt falls
along I was
off.
happy." Yes. If that's what it is, my brain will explode, but I seriously doubt it.
Yeah, gets like a
Seriously
butt
doubt it.
enlargement and then reduction, and then he's just comfortable with it.
And then he's like, "Oh, I should have been happy in the first place."
Yep.
Yep.
Man, we should write a book. That's great. That's good right
That's
there. I need a new butt
trash.
too. The sequel.
I need a new butt real version.
Real,
Uncensored
real
version.
version, uncensored,
No, what do they call it? Unabridged. Yeah, unabridged.
unabridged. Yeah,
Where the editor didn't take out the other things, you know.
right. Yeah, this is the director's cut of I
That's
need a new
right.
butt. He took that to the publisher, and they said, "Nah, that's not gonna
No, no,
work.
no, no. That ain't it.
No
Can't
way."
go the plastic surgery route. These are second graders, bro. And you're like, yeah, I
All
know.
right.
They gotta learn
Well,
about the
I'll release my own version.
exactly.
The director's cut of a kid's book.
Called I really need a butt.
Like for real.
I'm gonna
All
stop at
right.
no length. Yeah, well,
Absolutely.
that article was kind of a flop, but yeah, still a funny, still
That's
a funny thing.
it's pretty interesting. But
Definitely interesting.
yeah, that's good.
Cancel culture. Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. I
Scary.
wonder if there's any schools that are reading that article like what like you can come work for us. Like what?
I bet they are. They're like, hey, you can come read I Need a New Butt, and we'll hire you today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll be your interview.
exactly. Hey, can you read this book to us? And you like pull out that book, and he's like, oh, not this again. This is the 14th time this week.
Yeah. That's the
Speaking
problem
of
is he
job
showed up to
interviews, this
interviews.
this is a good this is a
Oh,
good
that is a good segue.
this is a good segue. Okay. We had this conversation about like if well not if but when we start interviewing people and bring new people onto a team for a company we own, uh, we should and probably will ask some like pretty like serious like technical questions. Like if it's a programmer, like do a technical assessment, and the next question, like right after they have like their answer or they show you what it is, just ask them something so like super not business related at all. Just like throw them off and see where their brain goes and see how they handle it. And it would be hilarious for us, of course.
Yes.
So a couple that we had thought of were inappropriate, but we're not going to use those. One was this reminds me of Sean, okay? How long, this would be a question I asked to an interviewee. How long before, wait, sorry. How long after you brew your coffee do you drink it? Like how long do you wait after you brewed it to the time you take the first sip? And if they're like Sean, answer this question, Sean. Like if you were the interviewee,
So if right after I brew my coffee, it goes straight into my mouth, like pretty
dude,
much
instantly.
immediately.
The first time I saw you do that, I was like, bro, whoa, easy, dude, it's hot. I felt like a mom who was like trying to tell their kid that things were hot. So it's like, whoa, hey, you gotta blow on it. Like, wait a little bit, dude. Straight down the gullet
Dude,
immediately. I was like, whoa, how do you do that?
literally every time I just pour it straight into the mug and then just down the hatch, dude. I don't know.
Can't
I
believe
I mean
it.
I sip it, like I don't chug it or anything, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't
I don't
bother, it
know.
doesn't affect me.
I don't know how that happens. And it's not like we've drank the same coffee, like the
Like
same
the same
temperature
pot.
coffee.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll drink it 5 minutes later. It's still too hot for me. I'm like, sheesh, this is too much. I gotta wait for this to cool down a little
Yeah,
bit.
I know people
Like
who
it
just like
burns my tongue so bad.
I just know people who like throw an ice cube in there, like to make it cool faster.
I've done that before. I've done that
Yeah.
before. But I
I
blend my coffee with butter, and the butter's cold, so it cools it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I don't know. I like that hot coffee. I prefer it steaming rather than cold. Like when my coffee gets cold, dude, I hate it. I can't drink cold coffee. Well, actually that's not true. I can't
You
drink like
mean
warm-ish coffee. I like
you
cold
mean
brew
like room
coffee.
temperature
Yeah.
or like slightly above room temperature?
Yeah. room
Yeah,
temperature slash slightly above room temperature. I
like
like
an
cold brew
iced
a lot.
coffee is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, room
that's my
temperature
jam.
coffee is pretty trash. Like it shows you all the garbage parts of it and none of the good parts of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. There's got to be some science there, but I don't
I don't
know.
know. Do you? This is another question I'd ask, probably right after this one.
Yeah.
When your coffee is room temperature, like after it cools down to a certain point, do you drink it as it is, or do you put it in the microwave?
Um, I drink it. I drink it like it is.
Nice.
I just am like, this is gonna suck. And I'm like, bleh, just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it
I'll.
sucks for like two sips, and then I'm past it. Well, here's what I do though. This is how I get around that. I wish I had like two things. I have a coffee cup. This is not a coffee thermos. This is a water bottle. But I'll have like a thermos, like one of those Contigo mugs, and then I'll have a regular like ceramic mug, and I'll decant from the coffee little thingy. I use it as a decanter into the ceramic mug. The exact amount I want stays hot forever, and then I can just pour it in there, hold it for like 15 seconds, let it make my hand warm, then drink it, and it's perfect temperature every time.
Yeah, I got that from
So I
you.
don't run into that issue.
I have this. I get a pot of coffee. I fill up a mug, and then I put the rest in here. And
Yeah. So if I was the interviewee, I would say, ah ha ha, I've already solved this problem. I don't do either. I don't just drink it right away, and I don't put it in the microwave. I warm it up a little bit with my already still, or not already, but still hot coffee that's
and that's
inside
just
my.
the kind of innovation we're looking for
That's
in
exactly
coffee.
right. And that's why you're hired.
Exactly. Yep. Immediately. Even if they fail
Yes.
the technical interview, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it's like you don't need to know how to do the real job.
Hired on the spot.
Exactly.
Uh, one of the ones that I wrote down was, "Do you roll your bags of chip? Your wow." The way I wrote this down was rough, but I'm just gonna look at the camera and say it. When you have a bag of chips
Good
and you open
idea.
it up, like a big bag of chips, do you roll it up or do you use like a little clip? Like,
I'll give you two answers. All right. One answer, because of my girlfriend, I use a little clip because we have them. But I would
right.
never have bought them in a million years if we wouldn't have gotten them because she wanted them. So if I was left to my stupid male brain nature, I'd just roll it up and then I'd put the rolled up side like against
Jammed
the
against the
wall.
wall.
Yeah, jammed against, so that I know it's not going to come undone. I like roll it really tight and just put it
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, that's exactly me too. Like if I have like a
Yeah.
basket in the basket, I'll just like wedge that
You know,
bitch in
some
there
people
right
don't
between
roll
the
it;
wall.
they twist it. You seen that? They twist it and then like roll that twist over. Yeah,
Oh.
those are the real maniacs.
that's yeah,
Those
that's
are the
next
real
level.
barbarians. Yeah. No,
Interesting.
I don't know. I think maybe my dad does that. I bet he's gonna watch this, so we'll see. If he texts me, I'll
Yeah.
know. I
Comment
can't remember.
below. Comment below.
Dude, please comment below on any of these.
Yeah,
These are
all
so
these
good.
questions. That'd be
I
great.
got another one. Okay.
Let's go.
Do you put your shoes in the same spot every day, or do you just put them wherever you take them off? Like you take them off and just leave them right there. Not the same spot every day, just wherever you happen to take them off that day. What was yours?
My answer. I mean, it's kind of both. Like we have a central place that in our apartment where we put our shoes, like when we come in the house. But like to be honest, like most of my shoes are there. But to be honest, like when I walk into the house, I'll just skip over the removing my shoes part and just walk around. And then if I'm on the couch, I'll just
Who
take it
has
off
time
and
for
drop
that?
it.
Who has time
Yeah,
for taking shoes off?
exactly. I like walk into my room, sit at my desk, do some work, and I'll be like, "Where are my shoes on? Damn!" And I'll be like, "Take it off," and it'll
Dude, I
stay
still
under
have
my
my shoes
desk.
on right now. Yeah, they're still hanging out on my feet.
Let's go.
Yeah, I am very much not like put in the same spot. And as a result, I lose my shoes all the time, dude. It's been ever since I was a kid. Like when I was young, we'd be leaving, I don't know, for the grocery store or wherever we were going, and it was like a meme for all my brothers to be like, "Oh, Austin doesn't know where his shoes are again," and they would like walk around the house like mocking me, like looking up at the ceiling, like, "Where are my shoes? I don't see them." So
Dang, this
like
goes
I've
way
been like
back.
this forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, and even now, like to this day, I'll be like, "Dude, where are my shoes? I don't know where I left these." And Kendall will be like, "They're right there." Ah, I remember that now. I took them off over there. Yeah, it
Now,
is definitely to my detriment.
when you take them off, do you like put them like in a pair, like side by side, or do you just like flop them like wherever?
I put them in a pair normally.
Okay.
I normally put them in a pair. Yeah, I put them in a pair. And whenever people come over, like if you come over, either myself or not myself, we'll put them in like the normal spot, like the actual spot.
Yeah.
'Cause we have a shoe rack as well. So sometimes they're on that shoe rack, but if I'm left to my own devices, like we said, they're just gonna go wherever they go.
Nice. Yeah. All right, I got another one. Do you
Can't
have
wait.
a clip wallet, bifold, or trifold wallet?
I have a trifold.
All right,
I have a trifold. Yeah.
nice. I
What
have
about you?
a clip. I have like a very thin, like it has some pockets, and then it just has like a little magnet clip for money.
I knew you were crazy.
And that's why I'm I'm fired.
That's exactly right. And that's why you can get out right now.
Right now, dude.
Leave this interview and never come back.
I don't know if I know anybody with a uh
A
like
bifold?
trifold. Well, actually, I was gonna say a trifold, but I guess you do. Like most
I have a
people I know
trifold.
have a bifold or like a clip
I have a
nowadays.
trifold. I used to have a bifold, and it was like leather on the outside, and it was like a knitted cotton on the inside. But
Yeah.
the knitted cotton, like the cards, would like mess with it, so they would like mess up the edges of it. It was not ideal. So yeah, I got a trifold.
I've seen people with like the bifolds that like open like this, but then they have like another thing that opens like this.
Oh,
You know what
that's
I'm
pretty
talking about?
gangster. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. I don't know what the purpose of that thing is, but
I don't know. My guess is quick access to like your license or something, but I don't know.
ah, I understand.
That's a
My
guess.
trifold has like an extra flap in it. Like it opens. I don't know how to do this with my hands. I can't really, but trifold has an extra flap, and then yeah, it's like the
Yeah. It's
quick
like
access thing like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got one more for you.
Let's go.
Cups. Okay, when you're taking the cups out of the dishwasher and you put them in the cabinet, do you put them with the drinking side down or like the regular way, like the sitting side down?
I do it with the open side down.
Wow.
You do it
Really?
the other way?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that we do it differently. Yeah, no, I do it the other way. I do it with the sitting side down. So I just grab it and it's already ready to go.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's crazy.
To be honest, to be honest, I kind of just go with whatever's in the cabinet. So like, uh, if the cabinet is like majority cup down, like I won't even like put any mental process into it. I'll just do it.
There should be a meme about that. It's just a wake up sheeple. It's like one cup that's like the wrong way and then the rest are upside down. Wake up sheeple.
That's
The
me,
moon
bro.
landing
That's
was
that's
fake.
that one's that meme would be me basically. It's
That
just
would be
like
you.
that's I'll pull it out of the dishwasher, and if I open it up and it's like because uh in our apartment we have a girl who puts it face down, like open side down, and then we have a dude who puts it up. And so like whenever I like take the mugs out, I'll like put them all the mugs upside down because that's what I see. And then I'll
Mm.
like look at the cups and they'll be like right side up, and I'll put the open side up. Like
What?
whenever I put
Oh
it,
man, you're a
like I'm not
maniac.
even joking.
You're a maniac.
I feel like a majority of the time though it's open side down. So
That's so interesting.
yes.
Wow. Just learned something new about you, and this is why you're fired. Uh, see,
And
I just want to
why
like make those jokes and be like, and this is why you're not gonna get the job.
yeah, this is why
Yeah.
you're not making it.
Ah, just kidding. Just kidding.
Dude, it's like that's the important like questions like those are so important for like culture. You know what I mean? Trying to
Yes, you're right.
understand, read the person's vibe in a
Yeah,
job interview.
like if they just can't loosen up, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
not gonna be a core part of the team here. It's not gonna work out.
I wish the
Yeah,
job interviews that I was in had questions like that.
that'd be great. Me
It'd be
too.
amazing.
That'd be ideal.
Love that.
I had another one. I had another thought about job interviews, but I lost it. I lost it. I don't know.
Loosens people up for technical interviews too.
Good point.
Like, I don't know. I've been in a couple of technical interviews, and either you usually start with like the behavioral stuff, but like if it's all just like regular behavioral stuff, you're just sitting there like waiting for the technical question to happen. Whereas if they like, I don't know, ask you something like thought provoking or like fun, I feel like that breaks up the tension a little bit.
Um, Joe, who we both know, if Joe's listening, what's up, Joe? I remember the first ever time like I had heard someone do something like this was the first time I ever auditioned for a group, and he was like, "All right, very important question. Go around, like say your name, introduce yourself." It was like a big group of people, and he was like, and tell what year you're in, what instrument you play, all this crap. And then he was like, and the last thing, if you were a superhero, what color tights would you wear and why? Okay, here we go. And then he went with his, and then we went around the room. I was like, oh, okay, that's what it's
Very
like.
interesting.
Yeah.
What were people's reasoning? That's what
I,
I'd be
dude, I
curious to know.
can't remember. Like red because the badass. I don't know. I can't remember the specific things. Yeah, I don't know, but those type of
Interesting.
questions are important.
Interesting.
Oh, dude, I was talking to someone recently about like kids, and can't remember who it was, but part of the conversation ended up being like, you ever think about how the majority of our lives, we don't remember? Like high majority, we don't, we don't have a memory of the high majority of things that happen.
Wow. I do not think about that.
Didn't mean to break your brain,
That's a
but
pretty crazy thought.
it is a
Yeah.
crazy thought.
We only have so much capacity for like memories.
Yeah, it really brings like nihilism into the light.
Yeah.
Just like not thinking that anything has a purpose.
Yeah, I could see that could how that could break somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, but that's an interesting thought. I've never thought about that. Wow.
High majority of your life, you just don't have a memory of. Like how when you were like, I don't know, 11 or 12 or 13, and like someone even younger maybe, and someone's like telling you a story about when you were a baby. Like, you did this thing that was so cute when you were a baby, and you have like absolutely no memory of it, like zero. You have no idea, like, oh, that person, like oh, that was me. Oh, okay, yeah. Or like you see a picture, even like 2 years ago, and you're like, oh shit, where was that? Dang, I don't even know. You like
Yeah.
can't put the puzzle pieces together because you don't recognize the surroundings. You have no idea what day it was. You don't know what was happening. It's
I
like,
mean,
was
maybe
I
that's a
was I
good
having a
thing.
good
Maybe it's
day? Was
just
I having a
like
bad day?
trying to think about or remember. I mean, we only have so much capacity in our brains. Maybe it's just like, putting a rating on the best memories that we want to keep. Because, I'm sure me and you can like think back to the best moments of our life. And it's like, that's no doubt, like without a doubt, the best
Yeah,
moments of our life. Like, there's not
or
a
the
part of my
worst.
life where I looked at a picture and been like, what was that? And then like they remind me and I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh
that was
yeah,
like
that
the
was the
best
best
moment.
moment ever. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Oh
know.
man. Last thing I'll say that's funny. I did not go to my college graduation. Speaking of what people probably would say is like one of their best moments of their life, I did not
Uh,
go. Didn't even go.
I'm only going because my family wants me to go.
Yeah. I think my family wanted me to go too, and I was like, no,
I think, yeah,
no.
it's just a formality. I don't know.
It is society.
Also, I have a funny story just because we were talking about um, when we were kids. This is a story that my parents like to tell about me when I was a
I
little
can't
kid.
wait.
Apparently, when I was younger, I do not remember this at all, and maybe for good reason, to be honest. I used to go into the kitchen and like take the kitchen towel like off the rack, and I would like throw it on my head, and then I would just run until until a wall stopped me.
No way. Just like all the time.
Yeah, I would just like come in and go, all right, and then just like take off in a
Dude, you
direction.
were testing reality. You were like, no, if I don't see it, it's not there.
Oh my god.
And then each time you hit it, you were like, oh, maybe it is there.
Maybe
And
maybe
then
it
like,
is.
the next four, five,
Yeah.
six, seven, 8 times. And then they thought, yeah, he like learned to not do that because it hurts. No, what you really learned is that
Was the material plane exists?
exactly something way deeper.
Yeah.
They were
Oh
like,
my
he
god.
wisened up, and you're like, no, no, no. I understand the
I
universe now.
understand. Yeah. I definitely wisened up, but beyond what you understand.
Exactly. Far wiser. Like holding your hands like this is a little.
But but yeah, that's there's probably a good reason why I don't remember that.
Yeah,
But
probably because you had like concussions. Yeah,
yeah, probably.
traumatic brain injuries.
Um I don't even know if you can kind of see it. There's like a little dent on my head. Do you see that?
Is that what that's from? I've seen it in person. I can't really see it on the camera, but
Yeah, it's that's been there my whole life, and it was because I fell down the stairs when I was younger.
well, that's not true. It wasn't there your whole life.
Well, until I fell down the stairs.
Yeah, it wasn't there
Up
until you
until
fell.
then.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, fun fact. Fun
love
fact
it.
about my childhood.
I'm sure I have a fun fact that I can't remember right now, but
That's okay.
I feel like I should do a fun fact. I feel like I should match you and make a fun fact, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Next
it.
time.
Next time.
Oh yeah.
You want to end it with one thing we've been thinking about? One thing that's played in our brain? We did that last week. One thing I've been
Sure.
thinking about, and then
What you
call
got?
it a day. Let me. Too quick, man. Too quick. All right.
Sorry.
Let me think.
What you got?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that helped a lot.
A little slower.
One that plays in my brain a lot is the like a cost benefit analysis or a cost. Uh, I'll be more direct. Is college worth it? That's what I think
uh,
about a lot, and I think for most people, in a lot of contexts, in terms of like building health, I don't think it is. In terms of building skills, I don't think it is. In terms of jumpstarting a career, I don't think it is. So,
I don't even think in terms of learning it is.
no, definitely not in terms of learning. I remember when I realized like getting an education and being educated are like vastly different things. Getting an education is like slowly walking through this bureaucratic system that a bunch of people at the tip top of whatever random arbitrary chain have decided you should walk through these little steps. And it was this person to that person who told this person that told that person who told this person. And then now that final person who's your advisor is telling you like, oh, you got to do this, this, and that. And you're like, oh, I thought I was here to
Why?
learn about
Yeah.
computers. I thought I was here to learn about, and it's like, well, we need you to be a well-rounded student. And you're like, I don't want to be a well-rounded student. And they're like, well, you have to be,
Yeah.
or
We
else you
need you to be.
can't progress. Yeah, we need you to be because it looks good on our social governance.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think about
Some
that on a regular
Something else I
basis.
think about, which this isn't the thing that I was going to say, that I was thinking about this week, but something I do think about is how crazy competitive college feels like when you're in high school, and then you get into college and you realize that they just let anybody into this place, dude.
Yep,
I
yep.
thought about that like freshman year. It's so competitive. You have to write a bunch of essays. You have to uh, take a bunch of stupid hard classes for like no reason. It's usually in stuff that like you don't have to worry about. Like I know at my high school they had the IB program, which I know multiple people that were in it and admit that it really didn't like, do much for them as far as getting into college or personal skills. And it's like you get into college and I just met so many people that was just like, how are you here? Like no offense. Like but I don't
Yeah,
know. Like, did we apply for the same school kind of thing? You know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah. No, I feel what you're saying. I get it.
Yep. Anyway,
It's wild. I
uh,
mean, I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah. The other thing that I was thinking about this week was just I don't know how to word it. I guess I like the basic thing that I've been thinking about is just like family and shit and how important it is. I don't know. I feel like me and you have like a super good relationship with our family,
Yeah.
and we're very very close to our immediate family and everybody outside of that. Um, I am surrounded here, uh, like where I go to school, with a lot of people that don't have very good relationships with their families,
Hmm.
which always I don't know makes me sad, and I don't know. I think it's important, even as it might be difficult for some families to foster that like a relationship. I think it's super important and
I
worth
think it's
to put in the effort.
extremely, extremely important. Like, I don't want to be cliche, but it's probably the most important.
Yeah.
It's probably the most important thing. Like, what is the purpose of like living a happy life and living a fulfilled life if you can't bring people with you? And what better people to bring with you than those who are going to potentially vehemently disagree with you and still like finish the conversation and be like, that's my blood. Like, I love that person. I feel like it leads to the most amount of growth whenever you're
100%.
able to share your thoughts with those people, share moments with those people, share your successes and your failures with those people. Does that mean you should like always seek their approval? I don't think so, because you don't have to. That speaks to my point.
It's
They're still gonna
unconditional.
love. It's unconditional. Like I remember, I'm gonna get pretty. I'll get kind of like vulnerable. I remember feeling like, man, I have. I feel like everyone has this at some point. Like, oh, I've failed them. I failed my parents in some type of way, and like I had thought that, and I didn't realize how crazy like strong I felt that feeling until I like said it one day. We were at like a dinner. We would eat dinner together like all the time, and I said it one day, and it was like the emotions that came out were so intense and like so raw and like crazy and intense. And I said intense twice, but that's the word I
Yeah.
feel. It was very like I had no idea how strongly I felt about that. And then they were like shattered. They were like no way,
Yeah.
like not at all, like 0%, like 0%. They were like very clear that that is not what they feel. If they've ever made me feel that way, that's not their purpose. Like in anything they've said or done. And I was just like, damn, that opened my eyes to, I guess, how good of a situation I have and how thankful I should be for the situation I have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
I'm
agree.
su-
I mean, it's extremely important.
yeah. I'm super thankful for my family and my situation as well. And I know that a lot of people, aren't as fortunate, but I just think like, it's like a to a specific extent a romantic relationship in the sense that you have to put in the effort. You got to make it
Yeah,
happen.
I agree. I agree. Yes. Yeah. A kitty cat. Well,
uh,
we should wrap it up.
we should wrap it up. All right.
That's our cue.
That's the cue. That's right. Awesome. Well,
All right, dude. That went a lot of places we weren't expecting it to go, but that's why we do it unedited.
exactly. That's
That's
the
the best
beauty of
stuff.
this format. I like that.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, never edits. No edits.
No, like very,
Probably never
very,
will.
very, very loose idea of topics, and that's like about it.
Yeah. We like text about it and we're like, haha, hilarious. Ah, good idea.
Very
Yes.
funny.
And
And
then
then just like I have an article, and that's
exactly.
it.
Hmm.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm excited for next week. I hope you enjoyed
Yes.
listening. Comment below any of the answers to those questions that we talked
Please
about.
do.
That'd be
Yes.
super awesome.
Subscribe. If you made it to this far and you're not subscribed, you definitely should be. If you
Yes,
made it to however
please.
long, I don't even know how long this has been, but if you've made it an hour or so, you should subscribe because you obviously like something about what's happening, and there's more to
Yes,
come.
100%.
Sponsored by cloudmusicsuite.com.
Yes. Go check out cloudmusicsuite.com. You'll see stuff
Promo
there. We'll have
code doesn't exist.
doesn't exist.
We
We'll
don't have
bring you a
promo
more
codes here.
official ad next week.
That's exactly right.
Awesome. Well,
All right,
thanks,
dude.
man.
I'm gonna go eat some food and see my kitty cat and see my girlfriend.
Me too. Take it
All
easy,
right.
brother.